programmed for generations. Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. We stay with David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Throwing Sellers. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it on the left. There he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watch film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
They'll give it to Johnson. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Good timing on the quick out. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
The run inside. It's McAllister.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for room. It's Clark. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Got a little grass. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A run for the quarterback. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Running inside, it's Clark. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Scanning the field, it's Reynolds. Finds his back in the middle.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. This time he wants to throw. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Got the quick pass. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
If you're
able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's McAllister. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll take it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time.
Guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off-play action on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
There's a crease. Bust through behind his pad. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Here we go. Ready. Go. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Bringing the heat.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Coming out with it, it's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Sellers. Going to take a shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. To the ground. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Gives it on the option.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Sellers through the noise. Pressure coming. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The run inside. It's McAllister. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it slips just inside that right upright. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 20 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Fighting Irish, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Fires to the middle. Got his man.
If we're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Running inside, it's Johnson. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll send the back in motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Snags it, and there's running room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. Fires downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Firing toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking left. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Complete to start this drive. Could not make his way to the corner. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. The run inside. It's Clark. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Makes the grab, and he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's McAllister. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you...
Makes the grab in their space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
They'll run it. There's some room. He now has 56 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, we don't need to complicate this. This is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Knocked down to the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He's in open space downfield. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got it, looking for a first. Breaks into the open. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
To throw, it's Reynolds. Finds his man. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth. That's his third touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Finds the tight end. Breaks free and he might be gone. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's McAllister. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Here's Sellers to throw. Quick completion on the out. At the 35, he's loose. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
To the air, it's Sellers. Makes the grab for the 2. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to his running back. Stopped at the 27 and well short of the first down marker. Needed to get it to the 30, and it's 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that 4th down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Running inside. It's Davidson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
In the red area, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Tigers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. The Tigers are back on top.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Quick strike complete.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Sellers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. So with the late lead, they're